welcome to my channel, Pretty Inspired Decor. My name is Shelley, and I hope you enjoy a little peek into our summer window. Now, before I begin, I just want to say that all continues to be well for Harold and for me, and for our children and our grandchildren in these pandemic times. This is actually the first video that we have filmed since before Easter. The other couple of videos you saw in the last couple of weeks were filmed well in advance of Easter. And I said to my husband, how are we going to keep filming after that? Because I had about 2.5 inches of gray hair growth. But my husband, not only can he build stuff and paint stuff, he's learned how to color hair. So I feel comfortable now in standing in front of all of you because my roots aren't showing. I need a haircut and I'm not letting him do that. So let's get into this video. If you take a look at the top of this, I actually had all of this planned well in advance of the pandemic. So I bought this wisteria, and I'm going to insert a picture right now of what the wisteria look like from Michael's. They come in beautiful big bunches. I bought 2 for this window and 2 for somewhere else. I'll show you in another video. So let me just step back and I'll talk about what you're seeing. So this kitchen window of ours always makes me smile. It's where I like to begin all of my seasonal decorating. And all I did for each of them is I cut the wisteria apart, and then I just tied a little bit of ribbon, pink and white ribbon, and then attached everything with the little command hangers that we actually have suspended inside of the window frame there. So a number of those, that's almost 2 full wisteria branches or bunches hanging in there. And then I really wanted to make this pretty and girly, and my whole intent, this is actually going to match a table setting or work with a table setting that I have planned for next week. Wait till you see how pretty it is. It's so girly, it's so pretty, it's so feminine, and it'll be in time for Mother's Day, I guess, even though we won't be able to get together with our family in all likelihood for that day, but I'm still going to have the table set because, you know, at the end of the day, I really do believe this whole pandemic thing is really what we make of it. And yes, it's complicated and there are definite tragedies all over the world, which is horrifying to watch and to see, but we can still create spaces in our own homes that make us feel like at least we have control over something. So when I decided that, to do my summer window, and again, these florals were purchased, well in advance of the pandemic, and everything else in here you will have already seen in other videos, whether you watched stuff last spring or whether you watched some things for Valentine's Day. There's a couple of little Eastery things in here as well, and even a little bit of Christmas in this particular video. But, it's called repurposing and making things work. In a variety of settings, and I know you do that in your homes as well. So on the top shelf of this 2-tiered shelf, you'll notice that I've just added a little Easter bunny sitting on a cake plate surrounded by some florals. This is actually a little crown that a little flower girl could wear for a wedding that I bought, and I thought, that works beautifully. I've had that for a couple of years. And you'll notice some little spring birds sitting there. I absolutely adore these. I've talked to you before about a store in Canada that was called Bowerings. These are things that I bought from Bowerings years ago. I just adore them. They're so, so pretty. They look like little flower pots. They're actually meant to be egg holders, but of course I don't use them for that at this time of the year, but I just think they're so, so pretty. On the second shelf, I decided I was going to bring out some teapots that you've already seen before and add another little bird in here and some florals. Flank this side with florals that you saw at Easter, and then over on the other side add these florals that were in my family room at Easter. Look at how pretty they look on this beautiful little wagon to sort of give this a little bit more elevation. Add some more soft pink florals in there, and that works as well. And here's my wee bit of Christmas right here. These little pink tree ornaments. I thought, why not? They can come out and sit right here as well. On the bottom, not that we have any guests right now, but I certainly, if we ever get to open our front door again for guests, I want them to feel welcome, and I certainly want you to feel welcome as well. So that's what you see on the bottom. These, the plates that I have in here, the reason I put these plates in here, I can quickly just pull them. If I were having guests, I can just pull them, wipe them down, and use them, for hors d'oeuvres or for dessert or for whatever the case may be. This is actually called a two-tiered pastry stand. And, if you want, I will try to remember to put the link in my description box where you can get this. And if I forget, you can ask me and I will certainly give you that link. You can buy this exact one. Apparently it takes, a couple of my viewers have ordered them, and they say it takes a while to get there, to get to your homes, which naturally would be the case. But I mean, it's just such a beautiful piece, and I can't even imagine how I would decorate this window without something like that in it. So, until we see each other next week, where I promise that you will see such a pretty table, I hope that you stay well. I hope that the people who you love are well and that you are staying safe. If you have not already done so, I would certainly appreciate it if you would subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you are doing during this pandemic. Tell me if you are trying to lead your lives as normally as you can, if you've begun to decorate for summer, or whether here is finally starting to warm up in Canada, or at least in southwestern Ontario. And give me a thumbs up. Share this video with people who love decor and decorating as much as we do. Until next time, bye-bye.